Hey guys, this is Affect Me and welcome back to another freestyle. This time, not Amazon. This time it's going to be my own clothing that I did not receive from Amazon. So today I'm going to be showing off a Halloween costume. Over the course of many weeks until we get to Halloween itself, I'm going to show you some of my costumes, some of my favorite costumes. Now, I want to go into some explanation. Now, I just have the costume. I don't have the packaging. This, let me just show you. I have it on the hanger here. Hold on. Here we go. And you all have your spidey senses out because it is this beautiful, this beautiful Spider-Man costume. Now I got this costume back in 2014 and I wore this to Comic-Con. That's in Manhattan in New York. Well, Comic-Con travels all over, but Comic-Con, this was in Manhattan, and I believe in the Jacob Javits Center, if I'm correct. Back in 2014, I also went there the next year in 2015, and I'm going to show you that costume as well from then, from back then. I'm also going to show you photos of me wearing this costume as well, so get ready for that. But in the meantime, let's go. Now, like I said, I don't have the packaging that this actually came in. I do remember going to Frank B's. Now, I'm going to look into that a little bit further to see if they're still there. The pandemic, unfortunately, kind of, tore down a lot of, shops that have been around for like maybe 50, 60 years. I don't even know how long they were in business for, a long time. I'm hoping that they still are in business. I have not really done my research on this, but I do remember them not having, fitting rooms. So this became very difficult because I remember, oh my God, now I have to stand in the actual aisle, and it's kind of like you want to do it a little more in private. This was like I had to stand in the aisle where everybody's looking for their costumes. It was fairly busy because one thing you should never do is, and that's a big reason why I'm showing you these costumes now, because now is the time, if you have the money. Some of them are pretty expensive. It depends on what you want to get. But unfortunately, if you do it too close to the date, it's just going to be, the shops are going to become much busier, and they're just, if it doesn't fit and it doesn't look right, then you have to return it. It's a real pain, it's a pain in the you-know-what. So in any case, I tried this on. I remember having to try it on in the aisle, and I don't like doing that, to be honest. I like to have the comfortability of being in an actual fitting room and that was the one thing I did not like. I loved their costumes. They had an array of costumes. It was amazing. They had so many to offer. But like I said, I really wanted to be Spider-Man. So, or shall I say Spider-Woman, I guess. But now let's tell you, now the tag inside, it just says Marvel. So I don't know exactly, like I said, I don't have the packaging itself. Just the tag itself says Marvel, so it's an official costume. The jumpsuit, let's tell you what it is comprised of. It is comprised of 88% polyester and 12% spandex. The wristband coating is made up of 100% polyester. The backing fabric, this is the backing fabric. Now the backing fabric is 100%, now I don't know if I'm going to say this correctly, this type of material, olefin, I hope I'm saying that right. This was an amazing costume. Now, I mean, if you can see, I'm just going to step back and I'm going to show it to you. It was so great. Now, let me show you one thing that I loved about this costume was actually really very good. It has actually stirrups at the bottom, so it keeps everything really straight. It keeps everything really tight and really straight. Now, this also, okay, let me just show you here. Let's show you the costume on the inside. The costume on the inside also has these pads. So, you know, in other words, it's like it gives you a little more support within the costume, within the jumpsuit, because the jumpsuit itself is fairly thin. It's a fairly thin fabric. And, you know, I guess they figure, you know, give you a little extra support to put these pads in here for you. And it was really, my husband was making me laugh with this so much. I was hysterical because I said to him, it's really expensive to park. And, you know, we were going to be there for like several hours in Comic-Con, in the convention there. And I'll never forget him saying to me, you know, we're going to have to just take the car. That's it. We're going to just have to drive. And I was thinking in my head, I'm saying to myself, you know what? I could go on the subway like this. Why not? I can, you know, a lot of people are going to be traveling in costume. I think it's ongoing for, I think, 3 days straight, if I'm correct. I think it's 3 days. And it was really busy. I mean, you have some people in some, first of all, I'm sorry, but I could not really even go to the bathroom in this at all, because this, you know, it's like somebody had to help me get out of it. You know, like somebody would have to be there to help me get out of it, to unzip it. It was not simple. So let me just show you the design. I'm going to show you this. Look how pretty this is. This is so great. This was so, now this part is really stretchy. And this part is stretchy too, not as stretchy, but stretchy. And I really wanted something seriously stretchy because, you know, I wanted to be comfortable. And the problem is sometimes you have to worry about your height. Sometimes when you're wearing something like this, like a jumpsuit, you know, if it's too tight in the crotch, it's just not going to work. If it's too loose in the crotch, it's just not going to work. So, I mean, sometimes you really just have to just wear it. You have to try it on and see how it fits. And it's a difficult task. If you're very tall, it's not going to be that simple. If you're short, it's going to be baggy. So, I mean, these types of things really have to be tried on. So he was making me laugh because my husband was telling me during this, I'll never forget, and I said, I'm going to go on the subway, and which, to be fair, if you've ever taken the New York subways, the subway station, you know, this is something you could see on the daily. It's not like, it's like, surprise, I'm in a, you know, Spiderman costume. You know, anything goes. Anything. So, when I said I'm going to wear this and we're going to go on the train, he said, are you out of your head? There is absolutely no way I am going on the train with you in that. And I was like, oh, but this is so Manhattan. This is so New York. So that didn't work. We didn't go that way. We drove. And in any case, it's a beautiful outfit. It's so cool. I am so thrilled to show Halloween stuff to you guys. You have no clue. Because I know that not only are we going to be busting out karaoke Halloween songs here at Star Maker, but I know you guys are definitely going to be wearing some serious costumes. You must be. So this was absolutely wonderful. And this was one of my very first costumes. I have many, but this was one of just the beginning. So, all right, now stay tuned for the try-on. And oh my God, I'm so looking forward to showing you all of what I have. All right, guys. And now to the try-on. Here we are, guys. Here it is. And as you can see, it's absolutely beautiful. It's a really beautiful jumpsuit. It really is so pretty. Now, the only thing I had a problem with the jumpsuit, well, I had a couple of problems, but love this whole look. The whole beauty of it is so nice. The cups. Now, I have a bra underneath, but I have a bra plus the cups, so it's really, it kind of makes the suit even tighter. So, I mean, it adds some more width here. I mean, it adds some a little more padding here, plus the cups, plus those little cups inside. So it was tight, but it's supposed to be tight. And it's very tight here. As you can see, these are really super tight. And it does stretch. I mean, like I said, these do stretch. That's not a problem. But I'll tell you, the issue that I was having was here, this. It was just so incredibly tight around the neck. It was like, oh my God, I would be going around Comic-Con talking and everything and just literally going, I'm choking in here with this. So back then, you're going to see the photographs. I was at my peak as far as in muscularity. I was working out a lot. I'm not working out as much, but I'm pretty much maybe about almost close to the same weight. But back then my thighs were much bigger. Everything was a lot bigger. So it was like real tight. It's still tight. Don't get me wrong. But I'm going to back up. And as you can see, it's really pretty here. I mean, these are beautiful. I don't want to lift my leg up too high because I could just feel like if I do that, I'm going to definitely rip something in the back. I needed help getting in this and I will need help getting out of it. But it was so much fun. I love the way this looked. I still think it looked great, even though I was still choking here and not able to go to the bathroom. But let me show you the problem. Also, the reason why it was so tight is because this, for some reason, wasn't this bottom part here, as you can see. Like, you see how the zipper is? The zipper is kind of like out. The zipper should be more like in. Maybe this part should have been a little bit different. Should have been a little bit higher, maybe. I don't know. Something was with the construction of this was just still not 100% great. So there was a lot of pulling involved on here. Therefore, there was a lot of pulling here. And the stirrups. Now, the stirrups, as you can see, the stirrups here, I actually had to take those out. What I did, you're going to notice in the photograph, that I wore little anklet boots. So, because I wear anklet boots with everything almost every costume. It's always like the same one pair of almost anklet boots. But I had to actually take the stirrups out because the stirrups actually, I wasn't having a problem making this really smooth or tight. I actually needed to alleviate a little tightness. So therefore I took my feet out of the stirrups and it actually helped to some degree. Not that much. Maybe if it had a little more stretch, it would have been a little bit easier, but it was still choking here, choking me. But wait, let me step back. I wanted to show you guys exactly the whole outfit. It's a great outfit. It is very nice though. It's actually kind of cinched in here. I wish it was even a little bit. I mean, it's about as cinched as it's going to get. I mean, and it was just still something I could not sit. To this day, I still can't sit because when I sit, it like puts, oh my God, this like is not going to work. It's just going to split open any minute. So I had to be very, very careful as to how I wore this. And I still am very careful. But this was great. I still loved it. I still had a great time at Comic-Con. It was so much fun. So busy. Like incredibly busy. There were some people at Comic-Con, I swear, when we first stepped in, there was this one man who was in like this really intricate costume. I'm talking huge. It was just gigantic. And I'm thinking to myself, how does this man go to the bathroom? Because I could barely get out of this thing. How the hell what does he do? So yeah, we all kind of have questions on these things. I was like, oh my gosh. But it was memories, just total memories, as this video will become a memory here as well. And I know you guys, I can't wait to see some of your costumes. I know you're going to be wearing them for sure. But this is just one. Stay tuned for 2015. And as you can see, the next outfit that I wore to Comic-Con, then I'm going to explain some of the other ones, because we're going to get into much more detail. So stay tuned for all of that, and I look forward to presenting these to you. And I also look forward to covering some very cool Halloween songs as well. So that's all up next. All right, guys. Now I'm going to take this video. You guys are the first to see it here, right here. And after this comes, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to edit it and I'm going to turn it back onto YouTube so I can show off this app, you guys, this community, and I can also, as well, show off some costumes that I've owned. So this is very cool. And by the way, if you guys have an Instagram, you can connect to me over there too. I do have an Amazon wish list. I had put a ton, and I mean a ton, of Amazon Halloween costumes, all types of costumes on my wish list. So I can't wait. Hopefully, I am lucky enough to be in receipt of one, and then I can show off one of those, because these are not Amazon, but I would like to show off something from that company over there. So, okay, guys, thanks for tuning in, and stay tuned for all of it later. There's going to be so much more to follow. Okay. Hey guys, this is Affect Me, and I wanted to add a little extra to this try-on and review. I wanted to explain to you guys, because in my original try-on, in the beginning of the try-on, I explained as to how I was unsure if the place that I had purchased my costume is still in existence. Well, they are, because I did my research. And how do I know this? We made the phone call. So they are still around. I'm so happy that the pandemic did not take them down. And if you're going to see in this next segment, as I went through the internet and I did a search through YouTube, I found Bronx Net has a channel, and they did an interview on Frank B's costumes. So they're so iconic. They've got such history in the Bronx, and you're going to see, if you watch this next segment, you're going to have a better understanding as to what they do. They're so much more than costumes. They're uniforms. They're also a party supplier, and they have their hands in many different areas. So I hope you guys make it all the way to the very end and check out this video. I myself, who have been here for so long, did not know the history on him, and go check it out. All right, guys, stay tuned, because there's going to be so many more costumes to show off of my own, and in between of my own, there's also going to be another costume that I think you guys are going to love. This one came from my Amazon wish list, so stay tuned.
Hello, everyone. I'm your host, Dr. Bob Lee from 107.5 WBLS, and you're watching Open, the only live interactive program that brings the Bronx and New York City straight to your TV set. Stay connected to us through social media at BronxNet TV. Leading things off, our first guest is the president and owner of Frank B's, the costume place over there. It's still on Tremont, right? And Frankie's Carnival time in the Bronx. And then he's joining us right now. He has tons of memorabilia. We're going to explore the whole thing. They have a fantastic business. I think they've been doing it for since 1957 or something like that.
58 years.
58 years, yeah. We welcome Wayne Baker to the show. Give him a big round of applause, everybody. How are you?
Good, thanks. It's a pleasure to be here. You know, my name is Wayne Baker, and I'm the owner of Frank B's Stores, Frank B's Costume Center, and Frankie's Carnival Time. We're in the same location since 1957, which for a Bronx business is a long time.
Yeah.
You know, so we've, you know, a little bit of history. You know,
I
my
see it
father
right here.
started it out as a 5 and 10 when I was 6 years old.
It was a 5 and 10 store.
Yeah, your neighborhood bought 5 and 10. And we developed into a costume company, one of the largest costume companies in the tri-state area. And from there, we went into school uniforms. And about 25 years ago, we opened up Frankie's Carnival Time, where we do tents, tables, chairs, bounce rides, chocolate fountain, dunk tanks, carnival games, you name it.
It's not just costumes anymore.
Any event. No, you have to change. In order to survive that amount of time, you have to be able to change with the times and give people what they want.
So what do we have here on the table? We have years of memorabilia. I know this gentleman here. I used to work out with him at a gym in Manhattan.
I'm proud to say that, through the years, we've done some good jobs. I've done Saturday Night Live. I did costumes. They needed dog costumes. They called me on a Thursday. They had to be mutts. They couldn't be pedigreed, and they used them. And just recently, I did Saturday Night Live. I do things for Gotham.
You did Trump? Did you see the latest one?
Oh, the Trump, I did what he called, I'm going to get to Trump.
Yeah, right.
I did tents for him. And I also did tents for President Obama.
Look at that.
All right. So maybe if I do a tent for you, you too could be president. I did what he called, what I'm really proud of is that, I love what I do. I love people. It's a people business. Whether it's a backyard party or a big event, it's a pleasure. I do Harmony Day for the New York Police Department. It's the biggest event they have for kids in the Bronx at Van Cortlandt
you supply
Park.
all of that. Yeah, I do that also.
It's a great event. I'm talking about it gives me great pleasure.
You do the dunk tanks and all of that?
Everything. The rides, the dunk tanks, the games, you name it, we do it.
Dunk the police officer.
Dunk the police officer. And I also do, I'm the official party supplier for Ronald McDonald's House in Manhattan. And that's a blessing. I did costumes for Oprah Winfrey. I did costumes for R.A. Dickey and David Wright.
Oh, wow.
I did costumes for them.
Yeah.
And R.A. Dickey, sent me the picture. He was nice enough to. And he gave me a bat and he said, "What do you want me to write on it?" And I said, "My son plays baseball. My son's a college baseball player."
Yeah.
So I had him write, "To Wayne, trust your hands. You too could hit the knuckleball."
There you go.
And that was when he was playing with the Mets. I also did Yankee Fan Fest 11 years in a row. I did the red carpet for the Columbus Day Parade. They gave me an hour and 15 minutes to lay it down, the size of a city block.
So you're the go-to guy, huh?
I did 50 Cent, his Family Day, 2 years in a row, $25,000 to do his Family Day. And I did it in the 40 projects.
40 projects in Jamaica, Queens.
That's right. And I did it in Paisley Park.
Yeah.
And Tony Yayo and Lloyd Banks, they hopped out of a Lamborghini, right? And I didn't know who they were. And I grabbed them by the back of the neck and I said, "You take a picture with me?" Now, who looks more gangster, me or Tony Yayo?
Yeah.
I did P. Diddy's Twins Party. I do stuff for the Today Show all the
P.
time.
Diddy picture?
I do things for the Today Show. Derek Jeter, I've been fortunate. I've done him through all the years of his career. This is a younger picture, and that's the night before he signed his last contract. And this is Charlie, his sister, and she's as lovely as she looks, inside and out. She's a beautiful person. I do a lot of nonprofits, but most of all I do from first birthdays to simple things, and I'm just proud to do what I do. I'm happy. The people are great, and that's it. We look forward.
People know where to go because you are.
We look forward to doing your party.
And you've been doing it in the Bronx for a long time, right? But people come from all over the place.
That's right. In fact, I was born on Daly Avenue.
Oh, yeah?
My grandfather had a store where the Mapes Pool is now. He had a little hardware store. So there's a little bit of, a lot of Bronx in me.
Yeah. A lot of Bronx, Queens.
My father was supposed to get an apartment on the Grand Concourse. He met my mother, she was from Jersey, and back then to get an apartment on the Grand Concourse was like hitting the lottery.
Yeah.
And he didn't get it.
Like a waiting list.
So we ended up moving to Queens Village. There were garden apartments for veterans, and it was a great place to grow up to a lot of kids.
Dad was a veteran?
Yes.
All right.
World War II, Army Air Corps.
There you go.
Back then, they didn't even call it the Air Force.
What are your goals for the company now? Because you've been moving since.
Well, we do winter
1957.
wonderlands. We do entertainment for all sorts of parties, and it's grown. Every day we do carnival work. The carnival company has grown to bigger and bigger heights.
Is that bigger than the costumes right now?
Right now, it's bigger than the costumes. I did the Democratic National Convention. You know, we do...
when you do the convention, what do you supply? The red carpets and everything?
We do the red carpets. We do the... They were big into carnival booths and games.
Yeah.
And we just made it a fun time for all the delegates. And we drove it up to Philadelphia, and it was a great job.
Now, you don't do ordinary red carpets. You put together huge
but no, we'll do a 3-foot by 15-foot for a Sweet 16.
Yeah.
We do lots of Sweet 16s. You know, we do photo booths. We do, you name it, we do it. You know, that's the great part. It's what do you call it? It's a creative business. You never know what you're going to get a call for. But I'm located at 3435 East Tremont Avenue, a half a block from Bruckner Boulevard, in the Throgs Neck area of the Bronx. My father used to call it the crossroads of the world.
The crossroads. There's a Crossroads Dine over that way also.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah, I eat over there. Is there a website where they can go and get more information?
Yeah, frankiescarnival.com and frankbcostume.com.
Right.
You know,
give him a big round of applause, everybody. Wayne Baker, president, owner, Frank B's Costumes and Frankie's Carnival Time. They just keep on growing. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Thanks for having me.
And thanks for supplying our ho 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 ho.
He's a great Santa. Been working with me for a long time.
All right, we got to take a quick break right here.
Thank you guys for making it all the way to the end of this video, and I mean the extreme end here. I do appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing that Spider-Man costume that I wore, and there's going to be so many more that are going to follow, so we're just getting started here. And also to give you a better understanding from the photos that I presented, where I've been, who I met, my journey with those costumes. So, yeah, it's going to be great. Now, I also wanted to tell you guys that please also, if you can, if you're new to my channel, please make sure to subscribe and hit that little notification bell, which will give you any updates that come out from me. In addition to that, also in my bio, there is a link tree. On that link tree, you're going to see so many different links. Some connecting you to different platforms that I'm on, some connecting you to different apps that I'm on. I also, as well, hope that you guys will, if you love karaoke and you love music the way I do, I hope you guys will also join the Star Maker community here. We're waiting for you. So if you love to sing, you love to wear costumes, this Halloween is going to be a blast. So please make sure to download that from the App Store. And I also have an Amazon wish list. So if there's something that you see there that you like and you want me to try it on, be my guest. Also, I do have a Cash App and a PayPal. So anything that you give is definitely appreciated. It helps support me and my channel. And you're going to see this video. It's going to be the top video on my link tree as well. So you're going to see this video also in that spot. You can also subscribe as well in my link tree to stay in the know for any new updates that come available as well. And oh my God, there's just so many things that I can't wait to show you guys. It's going to be great. And usually when I do a review, as a rule, I put it under the Amazon Finds link. That's not going to be the case here because this is not from Amazon. This is a costume of my own, so you're not going to find it there. You're not going to find it anywhere actually on the link tree. But stay tuned because I just recently was gifted a costume from Amazon. So that's going to be somehow, that's going to go right into all of this as well. You're going to see this in between my own collection of Halloween costumes. So, all right, guys, stay tuned, and I look forward to more of these to show you. All right, and remember, with every great costume comes great stories. Take care.